All right, give me a second. What the? Wait, they're fake. All right, that shit's annoying. Okay, you have this right there. All right, what is up, guys? What is chilling? What is happening? What's popping? How's everyone's night? How's everyone doing? I'm just here to talk a little bit about, you know, a little bit about everything. You know what I'm saying? You know what this channel's about, bro. You know what this TikTok is about. What this TikTok account is about. What this channel is about. For all you guys that are new, what we do around here, we talk about footy. So, what's up, everybody? Anyone that's watching right now, what's good? What's good? Um, Honestly, didn't plan on going live today, but I just wanted to try out because I'm trying out this new monitor thing of working everything on my monitor and my laptop and stuff. So I want to just have a little test run, a test run of a stream, see how it is. So yeah, let's see how this. Let's go. Let's chat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, so for all those who are new to the channel, I've never watched any of my stuff. You know what we do here? We talk about footy. We talk about the best club in the world, which is behind me right there. Beef Cabarta in Alamaz. So what I'm planning today is, chat a little bit about the Champions League, chat a little bit of Barcelona in general, any news that's been coming out recently about Barcelona in the football world in general. Let's just chat, let's just talk about everything. And I also put in the title a little bit of anime talk because honestly, I've been watching some crazy takes on anime, and I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest anime head or I watched like a bunch of anime, but I watched a couple. I watched a couple where I would love, well, I would like to give my opinion on. You know what I'm saying? I would like to give my opinion. So, if that's the case, we might talk a little bit about that shit too. But we'll see. We'll see how the night goes. We'll see how the night goes. But in general, this is mostly we're for sure gonna prioritize talking about footy. So let's talk about footy. Let's talk about footy. Let's talk about footy. Hold on. Just put this right over right there. All right. So, as we all know, Barcelona did not play today. We all know why, because of a tragic news that we came out literally today. FC Barcelona is deeply saddened to announce the passing of first team doctor Carles Minaro Garcia this evening. For this reason, the match between FC Barcelona and Osasuna has been postponed to a later date. The FC Barcelona board of directors and all staff extend our heartfelt condolences to his family and friends during this difficult time. Yeah. So yeah, if anyone's unsure as to why the Barca game got postponed today, that's why. Because I think he was the first. If it didn't say there, if I'm stupid. Yeah, the first team doctor. He unfortunately passed away. I think it just literally happened. It had to have happened like moments before the game because it literally this news literally came out like 20 minutes before the game. So it was something that just like that happened, and I'm guessing it just shocked everyone. So of course they're not gonna play a game when this kind of thing happens because you know out of respect, of course. This coach was definitely someone that they definitely knew, and for a minute because he's been at Barca for a while. So a lot of these players known him. I think this was his first year actually being the first team doctor, and but he's been at Barca for a couple years now. So all the players definitely know him, and obviously they're going to be affected by this. So yeah, this is why they postponed the game, the Barcelona versus Osasuna game, for anyone who didn't know. And yeah, You know, there's not much to say. You know, just condolences to the family. Rest in peace to him. Hope his family, um, just do well from here on. Really, it's hard to say what to say to them in these kind of moments. But yeah, for 100%, you gotta say rest in peace to that man that unfortunately passed away today. You know this. I'm not a religious guy. You know, I don't want to take this to a deep felt kind of thing. But I believe in God, and I know that if God chooses this was his time, then he chose it. Not much more I can say. But rest in peace to him. Condolences to the family, and yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with this game. But yeah, who knows? But besides that, let's talk about a little bit about what happened in general with the games. I don't know why this thing's on September. The fuck? What day is it today? No, it's not. It's the 8th. It's the 8th. Today's the 8th. Manchester City lost to fucking Nottingham. Bro, what is good with Man City, bro? How are they this bad? How can they be this bad, bro? Obviously, Nottingham are like doing well. They're in third place, which is like what? Nottingham Forest are in third place. Nuno. That's his name, right? Nuno Espirito Santo. What a G. All these Tottenham fans, I know you motherfuckers are tight right now. I know all you Tottenham fans are tight right now. Why did we let him go? No, why did we let him go? Well, this could have been you, Tottenham. You could have been right here. But unfortunately now you're all the way down here. For anyone that's never been to my channel on my YouTube, the first video I ever did with my friends, we all did a prediction video of the Premier League. And as of right now, it's way off. I predicted City to win the league. Nowhere near. I predicted Arsenal to come second. They're in second. Okay. And I predicted Liverpool to come third. But it's looking like they're going to win the league. Let's be honest here. It's looking like they're going to win the league. It's going to be very difficult for them to, like, bottle it. It's going to be difficult for them to bottle it because they just beat Southampton 3-1 today, which is great. And, they have, obviously they have a 2-game advantage, but they're taking it right now. There's just no way. There's no way I see them dropping points like stupidly to the point where they're giving Arsenal a lifeline to come back. And I honestly am not a person that trusts Arsenal too. Like I said, like I did like I said on my last live stream, fuck Arsenal because of them talking shit about the GOAT Xavi, which is also to mention, Xavi also came out with some. Let me see if I can find it. This guy right here. If you guys don't follow him, he's the GOAT of Barca News. But I don't know if I forgot if he posted it or someone else. It might be the other page that I dislike using for news, but they usually post a lot of quotes. Yeah, right here. Xavi came out talking a little bit about Barcelona. I just want to make it. Look at this, by the way. What the fuck? What is this? What? Are you shitting me? What? 150 mil to 179 mil. Well, Newcastle keep him. 150 mil minimum? Nah, get the fuck out of here, bro. Barcelona ruined the transfer market with that Neymar signing, with that Neymar transfer. Ever since the Neymar transfer, look what football has turned into. What the fuck? I'm sorry, bro. It's done. Isak is a player 100% wanted at Barca, but at this point, yeah, no, we're broke. We cannot even afford that. Even if we had the money, even if we had the money, there's just no way. It's impossible for us to go for him. But yeah, crazy. But let's look at what Xavi said. Okay, Xavi speaks for the first time since leaving to FF. What the fuck is FF? Yeah, whatever FF is. If you look at a record when I was there and include my coaching staff with me, it is very positive because the club was in one of the worst periods in history, perhaps even worse than the beginning of the millennium. The expectations were very high because of my history with Barcelona. Maybe my deep emotional connection to the club hurt me at times. I was too emotional at times, but this experience was a real learning experience for me. Obviously I like the tweet. I gotta like the tweet. Okay. What else did he say? Where this one right here? This was the one that I think. No, it wasn't this one. Before coming in 2021, Barcelona contacted me twice before before Laporta contacted me, but I didn't feel ready yet. Good, you weren't ready. And okay, I admit I made some mistakes in management. Busquets' departure forced us to rethink our style of play. Yeah, we know. Busquets was one of the players Xavi was begging. Xavi was begging him to stay, but but Busquets wanted to leave. He wanted to dip. You know, respect. You know, he's an older guy. He wanted to leave. Okay, cool. But Busquets was one of the guys Xavi wanted to keep 100%. Like Jordi Alba also left. He was like, you can leave. Piqué left. You can leave. But Busquets, he was the one guy. He's like, bro, you have to stay, man. You have to stay one more year at least. One more year until we fix our financial situation so that we are able to afford someone that I know can fill in for your role. But Busquets is like, nah, I'm leaving. And look what happened, bro. Last season was a disaster. Where we had to play Christensen as a 6. We had to play Frankie de Jong as a 6. As much as he can fill in for that role, he's not incredible at that. We had to fill in for other people playing that role. It just wasn't great. It just wasn't great. It wasn't fun. And I can say that, man. RIP to the dog. Barca did Xavi dirty. Obviously, Flick is doing better than everyone expected. But I think with more time, he would have came out better than Flick. Eduardo. Yeah, let's talk about it. Fuck it. This is a footy talk, so let's talk about everything. Because I wanted to make a separate video just talking about Xavi, because I'm always going to give Xavi my respect. Like, let me. You see this shit right here? You see this shit? I've never. This is the first jersey that I bought. It's a long sleeve. You know, look at this sexy ass jersey. This was the first long sleeve jersey, not long sleeve. This is the first like official like jersey that I bought. That's over like that cost me a good amount. That from years before, right? This is the first one, and who's the first guy? Out of Messi, out of Iniesta, out of all the players, I got Xavi. I got Xavi. I got Xavi. Obviously, I can't wear it right now because I'm fat as shit and this shit don't fit me. But, one day it'll fit me eventually. That's why I bought it. But that was the first guy because he's my guy. I love Xavi, bro. I love Xavi. Best midfielder of all time. But, yeah, let's talk about Xavi. I wanted to make a separate video about it, but, fuck it. It's a footy talk. Let's just talk about it. Xavi, we all know the situation with Xavi. He came in one of the most difficult situations. Actually, let's just finish reading his first things first. What he said first. I chose to play with a midfield of 3 attacking players, but it wasn't always the best option. Yeah, we had Frankie, we had Gavi, we had Pedri. He also had was Kessie still there? No, Kessie left at that point. Fermin. We had a bunch of players that just did not play as a 6. That's why Christensen eventually had to start playing as a 6, which wasn't the best. And beyond the titles, I feel proud to have trusted a new generation like Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, Pau Cubarsí, and Alejandro Balde. They represent the future of the club. That's a fact. That's what you call a fact, people. I admit I made some oh no, this is the same one. Barcelona isn't just a club; it's more like a religion. Okay. Okay. Lewandowski is. Oh wait, this is not more of him. There was another quote that he said. There was one more. I don't know if Rashad was the one that posted it or not. I saw another one where it basically said that he wanted to come back in. It's probably like that Barca Universal one. Like I don't follow this account. I used to follow this account, but when I started seeing this, and them just posting other stupid stuff that had nothing to do with Barca. Like they posted a picture about Drake, and I'm like, what is this? But well, I forgot. I don't know if they was that posted it. Let's see. Yeah, so there's obviously the guy that passed away, R.I.P. Or rest in peace to the doc, to Carles. There was one more where Xavi said that he wanted to come back, and coach, whatever. This is too much work. But it was another quote where Xavi basically said, he wants to go back and what's it called? He wants to uh Eduardo. So that sounds like a cult. W Xavi. Type shit. Type shit. It is a cult. Más que un club. Más que un club. Okay. Más que un club. But there was a quote that Xavi. There was another quote that I read that Xavi said that he wanted to come back to coach the Euros and a World Cup, maybe a national team, come back to Europe eventually. Which I hope he does. As long as it's just not in against us though. But he also said he'd take a job in Spain too. So yeah, who knows? We'll see what happens there. But let's talk about Xavi. Xavi obviously came in one of the most difficult times for Barcelona as a club. We all know this. He came in a difficult time after Koeman, where with Koeman, I'm pretty sure this is where my memory, this is where I lose my memory here, because I'm trying to remember who we played in that group stage under Koeman in the Champions League. Because that one, I'm pretty sure Xavi... I know we had Bayern, and I think we had Benfica, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because the year after we had... No, did we have Benfica? No, wait, did we have Benfica, Bayern, and Inter Milan? Am I bugging? I forgot now. Hold on. I don't know if I can search it here. I don't know if it's possible to search it here. Wait. I don't think it's possible to search. Jesus. I don't know if it's possible to search. We can just do this then. 2020, what is it, 2021? No, 2022 Champions League. Part of my group stage. Yeah, so this was the one where Xavi first came in, when Koeman was in charge first, and then Xavi came in. And yeah, we had Benfica and Bayern, and then Dinamo Kiev, whatever. But I'm pretty sure at this point, if I remember right, at that point, like, Barca were already out. Like, we already lost, and we couldn't, because I remember we played against Bayern and we were dog shit at the Allianz the first time. Obviously, we had Ter Stegen in goal, and he cost us some goals. But that was when we had Das playing as a right winger and stuff. It was a disaster class under Xavi playing against Bayern for the first time. And then 2023, we had Bayern and Inter. And then Pleasant, who cares about them? Bayern and Inter. We lost to Inter Milan in the first leg at their stadium. And then we lost to Bayern at the Allianz, where we put up a great performance, but we just missed countless chances, and they took theirs and they beat us. And we lost to then we got destroyed by Bayern at the Camp Nou, because at that point we weren't playing for nothing and we just got destroyed. No, I remember that game, because that game Pedri gave 100% and all the players just ultimately gave up. We tied to Inter. I think that was a 3-3 or 2-2, where we tied to Inter. And then we got knocked out to the Europa League for the second time in a row. But Xavi came in the first year, where we lost to Benfica and Bayern, and then we got eliminated by Frankfurt in the Europa League. And we also were in a situation where we were in 10th at that point in the league in La Liga. We were 10th in La Liga, so we were in a bad situation. We were in a bad situation when it came to competitive level, and in general when it came to, being the Barca that everyone remembers and everyone knows. Like, we weren't in any situation to be like, yo, he should be doing better. But let's just talk about Xavi. Obviously came in a difficult situation. He came in a time where, like, who knew Kovacic? Like, that's why I give credit to Xavi so much, and he built the foundation for what we have right now. Without Xavi, we wouldn't be where we're at right now, because he built that foundation. Lamine would have never got promoted. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say these players would have never been promoted, because Flick has shown this season he gives trust to his to the young players too. That's what you need from your coach. They're giving you trust. As much as Xavi gave the trust, the new manager is also giving trust because Flick is working with what he has because we have no money. That's the reason, because we have no bread. We can't afford to buy anyone. So Flick has to work with what he has right now. That's why, as much as I'm gonna say that the board have definitely had influence in telling him, yo, we have no bread, so don't bash us like Xavi did. Just be like you're happy. I'm pretty sure that's like the reason he's been saying I'm good. There's no problem. But he said it multiple times. I'm happy with the squad. I like La Masia. I love La Masia. We've seen him attend La Masia games. He's obviously given a lot of confidence to the La Masia, La Masia in general. But it's a matter of what's it called? Hold on, I forgot to change something. My fault, guys. My fault. It's a matter of it's good to see that Xavi at least gave him the confidence to continue that up to now as well, because or that the players are seeing the same confidence that they got from Xavi with Hansi Flick. Because if it wasn't for Xavi, these players would have never gotten the opportunity. But I'm not gonna say that these players would have never gotten the opportunity, because Flick again had to rely on in La Masia. But Lamine Yamal, Pau Cubarsí, Fermín López. I mean, you could say Casado, but he didn't really play Casado like that. Who else did he? Lamine Yamal, Pau Cubarsí, Fermín López. Started giving Bade a lot more trust. Trying to see who else. Who else did he bring up? Who cares? But those are the main four, right? Those are the main four. The main four that we're seeing a lot of potential, especially Lamine Yamal. He showed the revelation of Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal, where he brought him in at 15 years old, and he almost got an assist, but that bum ass Dembele missed a good opportunity. But Xavi built the foundations for the team. That's why I troll and I say that I hate Arsenal fans. I don't hate them, but I troll them, and I want them to lose because it's funny. Because I have a friend that's an Arsenal fan, and it's funny to troll them because Arsenal fans, I feel like they just get too much in their head. Like they'll be like, they play good football. Like the one thing I can't deny about Arteta and Arsenal is that they play good football. But then when it comes to the crunch time, they fumble, they lose, and then you see the Arsenal fans, go back into the hole like, what the fuck, we hyped all that up for nothing. But the one thing that I saw Arsenal fans that pissed me off, that's why I want them to lose, is when they said that Xavi, that Arteta was better than Xavi. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Arteta has won what? One FA Cup and Community Shields? I'm sorry. With that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit, especially if you've been a manager for, 5 years now? I think this is his 5th year. They're already out the FA Cup. They're already out the Europe, the Champions League. There's no way they're gonna win the Champions League. Like I'm not gonna say they're already out. They're through the next round already. But there's no way Arsenal are gonna win the Champions League. It's impossible. I'm sorry, it's impossible. No one can. We'll talk a little bit about that when we get into the Champions League prediction. But it's impossible for Arsenal to get through. And pretty much in the Premier League, they have to pray that Liverpool drop points, which is embarrassing for Arteta as well, because like. Arnie saw his first season. He's already going to win the Premier League, and it took you forever, and you still aren't winning it. That's embarrassing, buddy. That's embarrassing, buddy. But Xavi won a league title in his first full season, and in the same year he won the Supercopa, and the Champions League. The main failure with Xavi was his European stint. Like he wasn't great in Europe. He wasn't great at all in Europe. Like in Europe, he just was mediocre at best. Like last year was the furthest we got under Xavi, and that was the quarterfinals when we lost to PSG. Which I'm saying it 100%. If we didn't get that red card, we would have beat PSG. We 100% would have beat PSG if we didn't get that red card. But we got the red card, and it went to shit and that showed Xavi's inexperience, because we see that. When you get a red card like that and you're going to lead, you have to defend the lead. But Xavi was like, no, let's just continue playing the same kind of football that we played from the beginning of that match. And then PSG made the comeback and they destroyed us. But Xavi's a guy that I'm never gonna hate on. I'm never gonna be like, yo, one, because he's a legend for Barca and I love Xavi, and two, because of the things that he's done for us. Like his main first thing, as and Madrid fans will always troll me about this, or troll Barca fans about this, like saying, oh, your biggest accomplishment is beating us. But during a time where we were struggling, beating your biggest rival is always amazing, right? But going to the Bernabeu and scoring four. Going to the Bernabeu and scoring 4 goals. Like, come on, bro. That's incredible. That's incredible. Going to the Bernabeu and scoring 4 goals, who wouldn't want that? But I know all you guys remember that game. Oof, that game was incredible. But, doing that in his first year at Barca. Obviously, the Europa League, losing to Frankfurt. Again, another game where we were just terrible because we missed countless chances as well. Then the Europa League, we lost to Man U. That shit was that pissed me off so bad because I'm like, the fuck did we lose to Man U? And last year's Champions League. So when it comes to Europe, he just didn't do it. The league, he competed. Last year was bad, but I would say that last year, like, oh my god, the amount of times we got. How Madrid fans are complaining right now about the reps, we were doing the same thing last year because last year was terrible with the reps. But I'm never gonna blame Xavi. Xavi was incredible for us, and I'm always gonna give him credit. The one thing I want for Xavi is to learn this, obviously use this as a learning experience and just use it for the future because I want him to come back. I 100% want Xavi to come back one day because if a manager who before Barca was coaching in Saudi, he had no European experience and did what he accomplished, if he can do that by only having 2 years and a half of actual European football experience for the first time, compared to other managers who have done it for many years already in Europe. Saudi and Europe are completely different. But if he could do what he did for Barcelona in only 2 years and a half of experience for the first time in Europe, then imagine if he gets more and more and more and more and more experience. He's just going to improve. And then we can accomplish a lot with him. But what he accomplished with us, with Barcelona, it's honestly shocking. It was shocking. No one can say that, oh, Xavi's going to like Xavi was getting criticized. Barcelona were getting criticized for putting Xavi as a manager because a manager who had zero experience for Europe, that's a recipe for disaster. For a club like Barcelona who needs to be competing year in year out, for a club like Barcelona who needs to be winning stuff, who needs to be playing good football, to sign a manager who had no experience in Europe, that's a recipe for disaster. And then look, he accomplished what he accomplished. I'm not going to say that it was the best accomplishments, but he still accomplished some things, which, we got to give him credit for. But Xavi is a manager that I'm always going to give credit to. I'm never going to say bad things about him. The only things I can criticize is his lack of experience, his lack of, experience as a man manager in general. Because I think, tactically wise, he was a good manager. But then I think as a man manager, I don't think he was the best. Like Hansi Flick is showing this season that he's an amazing man manager. The way he manages the teams, the players, when to sub them out, when to sub them in. He has the balls to do it and tells the players, yo, you gotta get out because you're not helping, or you come in and help out, or you're like he knows how to connect with the players, and the players are showing it on the pitch, and they're showing it in interviews and everything. They're showing like this guy he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and we trust him. So. But yeah, it was definitely shocking seeing when Xavi got sacked because months before that we were seeing the Barcelona board begging Xavi to stay. They were telling him, yo, stay, we want you to stay. And I as a Barca fan want him to stay too, because I was seeing improvements from him in the league. Okay, it wasn't the best, but I at least saw some improvements for him to be like, okay, if we give him what he needs, he can we can help us out. But then he comes out saying, "Yo, Barca are in a bad situation. We're in a bad finance." And I'm 100% saying that's the reason that he got sacked, because you can't go from 1 week to be like we're begging him to stay to the next week, oh, you're out. No, it was a situation where Xavi was talking too much, and what's coming up? I think next year or this year, one of these years. I think next year or this year, the presidential election. When you have a manager talking bad about the board, talking bad about you. Your people, it's not good for you. It's not good for you, especially when the fans love the coach more because he's a legend and because he's your coach more than the board. Because The one bad thing for Laporta is the fact that he's inheriting all the hate from Bartomeu to him now, because since we elected a new president and he promised us stuff, he promised improvements, he promised better things, we're expecting that from him immediately. When we know it's a process, we have to realize it's a whole process that's going to take a lot of time. We can give Laporta a lot of credit for what he's the situation that he's got that he's improved up to now. You can tell that he thinks he's someone that gets things done and he cares about the club. But when it comes to a situation when your manager is talking shit about you, talking bad about you, basically saying because when you say they're in a bad situation, they can't sign players. That can affect a lot of things. That can affect sponsors. Because they can be like, the sponsor could be like, I mean, we want to see you guys improve, and if we want to see you guys improve, then that means you should sign some players. You should sign some players to improve the team. And we're hearing now that your own manager's saying, yo, he can't even trust you. Like it's a bad situation. It's a bad rep. So, the sacking of Xavi was 100% on the fact that he just was interested in that, because of him talking bad. And then we signed Hansi Flick, which in hindsight right now, it's not the worst decision, right? But again, going back to Xavi, I love Xavi. I'm always going to give him credit, and I hope he just gets some experience in Europe and then comes back to us one day and wins us the 8th, because we're gonna win 2 more with Flick. Okay, but enough of that. Let's talk about the round of 16. The round of 16, people. Who is going to win? Who is going to get through to the round? To the quarterfinals of the Champions League. The Champions League. Let's start off with Inter Milan versus Feyenoord. Inter Milan beat Feyenoord 2-0 away from home after Thuram and Lautaro Martinez get the winners for them. All right. In my prediction, for all of those who didn't watch my prediction stream, what did I do? My prediction stream, I said Barca we're going to get through. I said Lille we're going to get through. I said Bayern we're going to get through. I said Inter we're going to get through. I said PSV we're going to get through. So far, I'm already wrong with that. I said Madrid we're going to get through. Real Madrid. I said Aston Villa we're going to get through. And I said Liverpool we're going to get through. So as of now, I'm kind of right? The only one I'm 100% completely wrong on is PSV and Arsenal. And I mostly said Arsenal to get out because fuck Arsenal. But Inter Milan and Feyenoord 2-0 advantage going away to Inter Milan Stadium. They're still in the San Siro, right? I'm not bugging. I don't know why a while ago I said that they were going to leave San Siro. They're going to get a new stadium. I'm not bugging, right? They're still in. Let me. What the fuck? I don't know why it took me to this. Let me just check real quick. No, Stadio Giuseppe Meazza. Whatever. They're going, Feyenoord going away to Inter? Yeah, no chance. Because let's say Feyenoord get 1 goal. Well, guess what Inter going to do? Park the fucking bus. And you can ask Arsenal fans what they think about that. It's never Inter Milan or a team. It's going to be it's going to be extremely difficult to try to get a goal against them. Like when these motherfuckers are on it defensively, when they decide to change their game plan of, let's just defend, it's a fortress. You're not getting through. So, Inter Milan 100% through. This one, I for those who didn't watch, I said Bayern gonna get through, but I said it was still gonna be a close matchup. I said Bayern were going to get through because of their front three, or their four, because of these guys right here. When you compare these attackers to these attackers, these are more lethal and can bring you more results compared to these. Let's say it's an even game, because when we look at their head-to-heads, 0-0, 1-0, this game, Neuer got a red card, 1-1. So these three are this season so far. So it's been pretty even. Like when you look at the stats, okay, like one looked like they're dominating the other, but at the end of the day, if you don't get the goal, you don't get the goal, right? But it's been pretty even between these three, between these two teams. It's been pretty even in results, and it's 100%. It's a matchup. It's a good matchup. So I was expecting similar things to this, but if one team were to get something out of this, it'd be Bayern, because of their attack, especially when they have one of the most lethal strikers in the world right now. So I thought it was gonna be an even game where it'll come down to one goal or two goals or something. A small margin. You know, I say like a one goal advantage, a one goal win. But Bayern decided, nope, we're going all out. 3-0. 3-0 at the Allianz. I watched back the highlights, and I can say they did have Bayern Leverkusen's defense had some bozo moments. Like they practically um practically just gave up the game. Practically give up the game in a stupid matter. I wanna watch the highlights with you guys, but I got flagged last time on my YouTube for doing that, so I'm just not gonna risk it. But I'd say yeah, go watch the highlights if you guys can. But yeah, it was a game where Bayern, like, the defense just went bozo mode. This guy for some reason wants to get a red card, and yeah, but 3-0 advantage. There's just no way they're going away to Leverkusen Stadium and drop and losing that. There's just no way Bayern are going to throw away a 3-0 advantage. No way, because when it comes down to it, if they have to, they're just going to defend for their lives. So yeah, Leverkusen are out, and let's be honest here. Let me know what you guys think. Is this a matter where Xavi Alonso is not going to be looked at by, because we all know that the main guy that's been linked to Madrid as a new manager after Ancelotti leaves is Xavi Alonso. So does this mean now that Xavi Alonso, Madrid might be looking at Xavi Alonso and be like, I don't know, but we don't know about you. We don't know about you yet. You might need some time, because this is obviously Xavi Alonso's first time as a coach in the Champions League. His first time coaching the Champions League. We saw in the Europa League he got all the way to the final. Perfect record until the end, until we got destroyed in the end 3-0. So and we know Madrid are a team where you need to perform in Europe. If you don't perform in Europe, they won't take you. They'll be like, nah, peace. You're not coming here. So are Madrid going to be looking at Xabi Alonso right now and be like, yo, you're just not in? Or are they going to realize that the problem, obviously relies on the team in general? Because, come on, this is not a great team from Bayern's end. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Frank Pong is a right winger. Grimaldo, what is this? Obviously, they play like a 5 something, but nah. This team isn't the greatest. So, could be a factor of he's unfortunate for Xavi Alonso right now just because he has a bad team, or Madrid going to be like, nah, you still need time. Lille and Borussia Dortmund. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch these highlights. I didn't really see anything back from this, but from what we looked from the stats, it looked like a pretty even game. What I did see, I heard that Adeyemi scored a banger. Let's look at Adeyemi's goal though. Twitter has all the Adeyemi. I hope I spelled that right. I heard he scored a banger, so let's see. See how he scored this. Ooh, wait. Ooh, that shit is clean. That shit is clean, bruh. Look at that strike, bro. Just like Thiago's. That shit is clean, bro. That shit is sexy. All right, cool, nice goal. And Lille. So, what I said about this match, I said Lille's gonna take it because, again, Lille did great in the Champions League. They came in top 8. We gotta give them credit for that. They finished top 8. Borussia Dortmund. I said one of the things is that obviously they changed managers, a little while ago, and I think Lille are, as much as they're not in great form when it comes to the league, like they're 5th in their league, or fifth. So I think Lille are gonna be the dark horses this Champions League, because when it came to like all the teams they already played in the Champions League, like you'd honestly like are shocked as to how the hell did they do this. They beat a lot of teams that it was definitely a shocker. They beat in the Champions League. They destroyed Feyenoord. They lost to Liverpool only 2-1, which is pretty good, to be honest. They beat. Who else did they beat? They beat They beat Bologna. They beat Real Madrid. They lost to Sporting, and they beat Atletico de Madrid away from home too. And they tied to Juventus. So when it comes to the record in the Champions League, they did well. They did well, and they finished in first in the top eight. So and now they're going to go home with a 1-1. So basically a 0-0. I'm giving it to Lille. I think they'll be Borussia Dortmund. I think they're going to be handle them. Barcelona versus Benfica. Barcelona versus Benfica. Obviously, as a Barca fan, I gave credit to my team to get through to the next round because we're the best team in the world. But everyone knows when this game happened, I'm like, wow, I'm a jinx. I'm a jinx. We're out. We're done. It's over. It's over. Flick, you might get sacked, buddy, because getting knocked out in the round of 16, embarrassing. But yeah, Barcelona versus Benfica. Obviously, we got the 1-0 lead after beating Benfica from a goal from Rafinha, a banger from Rafinha, and also getting a red card in the 22nd fucking minute, bro. The 22nd minute. We were playing for 70 plus minutes with 10 players, and we left with the 1-0 advantage. A 1-0 advantage. But they had 26 shots, 4 on target. Oh no, that's not target, but they had 26 shots, something on target. I think they had like 8 on target if I remember when I checked it back. How can I check the stats? All stats. So 26, yeah, 8 on target. We had 5 on target. 4 big chances, 3 big chances, 3 big chances missed, 4 blah 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 blah. When we look at these stats, it's a pretty even game with only having 10 men. Let's give credit to Barca right here. For a game where we only had 10 players for the majority of the game, it's a pretty even matchup right here. It's a pretty even matchup. They obviously had a bunch of shots. Okay, they had 3 more on target, but half of these shots were straight at Szczesny. Straight at Szczesny's hands. Like, Szczesny didn't have to do much. So, and when it comes to possession, not much possession taken. Like, again, big chances. Like, it's not a factor of Benfica. The way they should have dominated us completely. They should have scored a goal on us. Let's be honest. But again, we had the freak in goal with Szczesny who went crazy. And then obviously Araujo coming on. He was a great sub and he was incredible. Like, this rating is fake. He should have like at least an 8. He was incredible when he came on. Jules Koundé was incredible. Rafinha obviously with a goal. Pedri with a sensational match as well. But the defense in general, when they went down to 10 men, were just completely on it, and they were incredible. So Benfica, they should have done better. They should have done better when we're 10 or when their opponent is 10 player, 1 player down, 10 players for the majority of the game. And these motherfuckers missed countless chances, and at the same time were wasteful, very wasteful. So the fact that they couldn't do it at their crib, the fact that they couldn't do it against 10 men, just gives me even more confidence that when we play them at the Montjuic, we're going to handle them. We're going to handle them. We're going to beat them. Because I wanted to really see what we could have done to them with 11 players, right? So the fact that we still beat them with 10 just gives me even more confidence that we're going to beat them. So I'm still 100% say we're going to beat them in the Montjuic, and then we're going to face Lille. Bayern are going to place Inter Milan. When it comes to this end, Arsenal versus PSV, there's nothing to say now. 7-1, like a 6-0 lead going away, going back to the Emirates. Like, yeah, PSV embarrassing, honestly, but Arsenal get through, obviously 100%. Let's move quick. Let's save the big games a little bit. Aston Villa versus Club Brugge. Aston Villa with the 3-1 win. I think going away to Villa Park, I think Villa are going to get through, but I think Club Brugge are going to make it difficult for them. I think Club Brugge are going to give them a game at Villa Park. Let's look at these stats, actually. 11 shots, 3 on target, 7 and 4, but yeah, I don't know. But I think for the game at Villa Park, I think this guy is going to be a standout. I think he's going to pop off because I still think that Club Brugge are going to give them a game. I think Club Brugge will give them a game, but we'll see what happens. Marco Asensio scoring again, but yeah, crazy. I think Aston Villa are going to get through, but we'll see. Let's start with this one right here. Liverpool versus Paris Saint-Germain. I said Liverpool are going to get through because of two things. Because of the form that Liverpool are in this season, how great they've been this season, and because I despise PSG with my heart. I hate PSG. I already went on a rant. Is why do I hate PSG? Because fuck Dembele and fuck Luis Enrique. If you guys want to know why, Dembele for being a snake and leaving us for money, and Luis Enrique for talking shit about Barca last season and about Xavi. So, yeah. And because their fans are insufferable, they act like they're the best team in the world when, yeah, we clearly see when they come against the big boys, they can't do it. But I did watch this game back, and I'm just like, wow, wow. 27 shots, 10 on target, 2 shots, 1 on people, 1 on target. 2 shots, 1 on target. 2 shots, 1 on target. That is crazy. 30% possession, 70% possession. Double their they did almost double. No, they did double. Almost triple the amount of passes that they did. Almost triple the amount of passes. Oh my god. 7 times more than the corners. Holy shit, man. Expected goals 1.7, 2.20, 0.27. PSG fans were sick to their stomach. Look at this, bro. Look at this, bro. All the chances they had. All the chances. All the shots and everything. And they just had one. And it went in. Incredible, bro. Incredible, bro. Harvey Elliott, the man who stepped up for this match. But, yeah, bro. And obviously this guy right here. This main guy right here. Alisson Becker, who completely stepped up for Liverpool and saved them because he did save them. But we also got to talk about how this guy... I told you, PSG fans, do not trust this guy. He's in the form of his life. He's the best. He's one of the best players in the world. He scored a hat trick. Wait. Let me say this though. He scored a hat trick against Brest. Oh, he scored a hat trick against Brest. I don't give a fuck who he scored a hat trick on. If it's not a top European team, I don't give a. I don't care, bruh. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're scoring so many goals. Oh, Liverpool, be scared. And then when it came to crunch time, this guy right here had a clear chance, and he went. Shot it right at Alisson. I'm telling you, PSG fans, be careful because when it comes to crunch time, this guy right here, he don't do it. He's gonna make you suffer. So, that's all I can say. Barcola, baller. Kvaratskhelia, baller. These two are ballers. Like, this was a great signing from PSG's end. Like, he is just so quick with his feet. He's so tactical, and like he is just a baller, and he obviously can finish. Obviously, he got an offside goal, which was just offside, but this guy is a baller. This guy's also a baller. He's dangerous. I think he's like obviously when it comes to his final decision making, he still needs to improve in that aspect, but Barcola is still a baller. When it comes to the midfield, these two are very good. Fabinho Ruiz, I rate him a little bit, but I wouldn't say he's the best. Nuno Mensch, Hakimi, dangerous fullbacks, quick as hell, and good on the ball as well. And these two, Marquinhos, I rate him a little bit, but I don't think he's the best. I think when it comes to crunch time as well, he don't do it. And this guy, I really can't tell you much about him because I don't watch PSG like that. And Donnarumma, he's a bot. He's a bot sometimes. And then when it comes to Liverpool's end, like, they were just awful, bro. Like, PSG, obviously, Luis, I gotta give credit to what PSG did. As much as I want to troll and talk shit about PSG, I also gotta give credit to what they did. They were great. They were incredible. They put up a great performance. But in the end, if you don't take your chances, then that's what happens to you. You lose. But Salah had a stinker. Jota, I thought was very bad as well. Luis Diaz wasn't great as well. When it comes to all these guys right here, they just had to defend like crazy. They had to defend, and obviously the main man, Alisson, who was incredible. But Liverpool take a 1-0 advantage from going away to Anfield. Now, obviously, now Liverpool have to learn from their mistakes. They have to learn from what their mistakes were, and they have to just execute a better game plan against PSG for this second leg, because I think PSG and Luis Enrique are basically going to go with the same thing, that the same idea, the same format, the same tactics that they went up for this game to Anfield, because it worked. The only thing that didn't work was the final product. So the only team that needs to make an adjustment and make some changes is Liverpool. They need to change their tactics. They need to change something up, because the way how easily they bullied Liverpool off the ball, how easily they pressed them, how easily they just took the ball away from them, how easily that they locked down any avenue for this guy from to do nothing. How easily they bullied the ball off of Jota. Like, it was just too easy for PSG. And if it was another day where Alisson just wasn't on it, they would have conceded 4 or 5. They just got so lucky. They got so lucky, and then it came down to a great play in the end. Towards the end, I think it was like the 87th minute. It came to a great play where Nunez, super subs, Nunez came on, and obviously Elliott, and boom, they get the goal and they won, which is major, great for Liverpool. But I know at that point they were just begging for a tie at that point, because the way they were getting dominated, a tie would have been great for them as well. But they walked away. They escaped with the win. But yeah, PSG, tough luck. And the final game to talk about right here for this round of 16 is Real Madrid versus Atletico de Madrid. Now, obviously, again, guys, follow me, hit the follow button, because that's when you'll know when I go live. That's when you know when I'll stream the games, because I stream as much of the games that I can, as much of the league games that I can, because Champions League I'm always gonna most likely, I'm gonna say right now with confidence, I'm gonna stream almost all the good games and important games that I want to watch for sure. But this game, oh man. It was a game where Real Madrid bottled it. They bottled it. They had so many opportunities to score. And Atletico de Madrid, it took a banger from Julian Alvarez to even get them a goal. Obviously, like they scored, Rodrigo scored like early on, 4th minute they scored. They scored a very early goal where Rodrigo and these two just link up. Rodrigo cooks both of these guys and then curls it in to the left. But besides that, Real Madrid 100% deserved the win. I'm not gonna give again, I'm a Barca fan, but I'm gonna give credit to where it's due. Real Madrid deserved the game. They beat them fairly, but they should have beaten them by a bigger margin. And I think they're gonna regret that. I think what they're going to regret is the final play. Let me see if I can find that on Twitter. Well, do I have to search Vinny Miss? Fuck it, bro. Let me just search it up on YouTube really quick, so you guys can see it. Hold on. It's not gonna show here. Hold on. Wait, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Like right here. We all remember this.
Metropolitano as Vasquez has stepped in one in with ball to Mbappe. It's wide open.
I think that right there. I think just right there. That one play. I think this.
It's wide open.
We're going to look back at. If they had scored that, they would have won. But they missed, and they are out of the Champions League. Atletico de Madrid get through to the quarterfinals. Believe me if you want. Call me a Barca fan. Call me delusional. But I think this is the moment where we're going to be like, if only they took that chance. If only they took that chance, they would have gone through. But unfortunately, since they missed that chance, Real Madrid are out of the Champions League. Kylian Mbappe joins Real Madrid to get knocked out in the round of 16. And Atletico de Madrid get through to the quarterfinals. Yeah, I said it. Because, wow, that chance was... Again, Madrid had chances. Atletico Madrid, that first half had good chances. You know, they did well in that first half. They had good chances. In the second half, they were complete dog shit. They were awful in that second half. Obviously, what's his name? Diego Simeone went scared mode, brought in Lenormand for Griezmann. And at that point, when they had a 2-0, they were down by a goal still. He was like, fuck that. Let's just go and defend for our lives and just walk away with the 1-0, with the 1-goal deficit, because Madrid were on it, going crazy, going attacking, and they just didn't take their chances, right? But Brahim Diaz, you know, the three that scored, great goals. Brahim Diaz absolutely cooked Jimenez, absolutely just cooked their defense, and then boom, golazo. Rodrigo obviously with a golazo, and Julian curler from right here cuts in, cooks Camavinga, curls it in, right? But in general, it was a game where it for sure could have gone either way, but it should have gone in much more of a favor for Real Madrid than it ever did for Atletico de Madrid. And I just showed that play, I think is going to be the reason that Real Madrid get knocked out. Because I still think, I obviously predicted Madrid to get through. But after watching this game, Atletico Madrid, they're a team where they're just so unpredictable sometimes, and sometimes just get the stupidest goals. And going away to the Metropolitano, I think it's going to be a game where Real Madrid are going to struggle a little bit. and Atletico just somehow get the win. I don't know how, but maybe through penalties. Maybe they just defend, and then, I score a goal and they just defend for their lives. You know, I don't know. But going away to the Metropolitano is never easy. And Madrid are someone that have felt that in the past, because look at these last 3 times, bro. These last 3 games, oh man. The Copa del Rey, Atletico Madrid destroyed them at the Metropolitano. This game right here, but they destroyed them at the Metropolitano. Like, they were 3-0 up before they ever scored a goal. But I going away to the Metropolitano is going to be difficult. Obviously, one of the main differences for Real Madrid for the second leg is the fact that they're going to have Jude Bellingham back in here. Jude Bellingham is going to be back for that game. I think Camavinga was going to be the one to get benched for that game, 100%, because Camavinga in this game was not great. Or actually, Brahim's going to get defend. So actually, never mind. I think because Ceballos is so injured, so it's going to be Camavinga or Luka Modric, and I just don't see how Luka Modric should be even starting. So I think it's Camavinga, Bellingham, Tchouaméni, and obviously the front 3 of these guys right here, and then the same defense. I've been seeing news of Rudiger, being a little bit iffy for that second leg. But I think he'll still play. I think he'll still force himself, because let's be honest, he's been forcing himself. He's not 100% fit yet. He's not 100% fit. He's been forcing himself to play, because he's been, putting on straps around his legs, just forcing himself to play. So we can 100% for certain say that he's not 100% and that he might be feeling something, but he's a warrior. Like, let's be honest. I'll be honest. This guy's a freak. He's a freak of nature, just as much as this guy right here, who's also a freak of nature. But he's another guy that you can say that he's still a bit iffy when it comes to, is he fully fit? Because he just came back from injury, like a couple of weeks ago. It's not like he's been back for months now. He's been out. He just came back a couple of weeks ago. And even, I'm pretty sure there were reports saying that actually, never mind. I don't think he got injured. I think he just had like a knock. But I think there's the reports coming out saying that he was taking painkillers and stuff like that, like to help him out, which that's something a lot of players do, especially if they're important for the team. But he's not 100% fit. But that guy's a freak of nature as well. So these two are gonna have to step up massively for the second leg, because in that first leg they were disgusting. They were shite, especially this motherfucker. This guy was terrible. Kylian Mbappe was disgusting against Atletico de Madrid. Obviously, I'm not gonna blame him too much, just because these guys, they play negative football and defend like crazy. So he's gonna have 10 times more of difficulty to get involved. I don't know how the fuck he got a 7.0, but yeah, he was not great. And Vinny, second half starting to appear a little bit more, but not enough from what you expect from a balloon to all, or the best, performance from him. But yeah, this guy was obviously cooking and stuff like that. But in the back of my head, I'm saying Real Madrid will get through. But in my penis and in my heart, I'm gonna say Atletico Madrid get through. So Real Madrid, cry. Get ready to get knocked out in the round of 16. So, yeah, that's my predictions for the quarterfinals. Again, I already made I already did a whole stream talking about the whole journey. If you guys didn't watch that, let me just explain it really quick. I said Barca versus Lille, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna reach the semifinals. Bayern versus Inter, I said Inter gonna beat them. They're gonna reach the semifinals. Liverpool versus Aston Villa, I said, don't troll me, but I said it. I said Villa were going to beat Liverpool. I said Villa were going to beat Liverpool and get to the semifinals. I said PSV versus Real Madrid, but obviously PSV are out. So Arsenal versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid going to get to the semifinals. Real Madrid versus Aston Villa. Madrid going to get to the final. Barcelona versus Inter Milan. We're going to beat them just and get to the final. Barcelona, champions of Europe. What can I say? I know ball. But yeah, that was my prediction for this shite. Yeah, so do what you will with that information. If you don't agree with me, I'm sorry. What can I say? Obviously, like I said, like we already mentioned earlier, Barcelona couldn't play today because of the situation with the first team's doctor. The game was postponed, so we'll see when we are able to play that game. Maybe next month or something later. I don't know. But Real Madrid will be playing tomorrow. Simon Chermy. I don't know if you guys watched this, but I did watch it. It was pretty funny. Speed, he is a bot. He had so many opportunities, and I don't know if I heard it right, but apparently one of them said that it was going to be the last Sadman charity, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that was a funny game. Funny game. So I recommend go watching that back. That shit was funny. But Arsenal and Manchester United play tomorrow. If Arsenal lose this, they are the league is done if they lose tomorrow against Man United. Like, come on. And Real Madrid versus Rayo Vallecano. How did they go last time they played? They tied 3-3 last time they played? No way. They tied 3-3? I don't remember this. When was this? What the frick? This is for the league? They tied 3-3? I don't remember this game. Where was Mbappe? Okay. I do not remember that. They tied 3-3. I don't remember them having a big scoreline like that. But the last 3 times they've played each other, they have tied. So Rayo Vallecano are obviously Real Madrid's bogey team. They are their bogey team. They tied twice at away at Rayo. And then once at the Bernabeu. So obviously, in Rayo have a... No, never mind. They have 2 wins. But, these last couple of years, they've been giving them trouble. But, yeah, Rayo Vallecano versus Real Madrid. We'll see what happens there. Hopefully, Rayo Vallecano gets something out of that game, because that'd be great for us, because obviously Real Madrid are 3 points behind us. So we'll see what happens there. Do Atletico Madrid play tomorrow? Or did they play... Yeah, no, they have to... Did they play today? Oh no, they played. I'm blind. They play Getafe. They play one of the most toxic teams in the world. They already played earlier this season, and yeah, Atletico took care of them. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, Getafe, like I said, gets something out of this game, because Barcelona fans, we need it. So yeah, man. Man. Obviously, a lot of games. Champions League on Tuesday. And I will be streaming both of these matches in the Champions League. I will be streaming the Benfica Barcelona game and the PSG versus Liverpool. So like this is the good thing about on Tuesday. Finally, if I do something good, we play at 1:45 and they play at 4. So right after this game, we're gonna watch this game. So make sure to tune in for that stream. And obviously the next day after that, Real Madrid versus Atletico de Madrid. Who plays before them? Damn. I might stream this. I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm probably just gonna stream. I go live for this game. I don't really care about Lidl. I mean, actually, I low-key might. I'll let you guys know. You guys want to know. That's what I'm saying. Follow all my socials. Follow my socials so you guys can see when I go live. But this game I will 100%. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. I will 100% be streaming. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. Now I wanted to do a little bit of um so as you can see from the title, I also put anime talk. I put footy talk and anime. So I do want to talk about a little bit of anime, but the one thing I definitely want to do, I want to look at some hot takes. I want to listen to some, not listen. I want to see some hot takes. Let's search up football hot takes. Hopefully they don't give us. Yeah, they did. Fuck off. Soccer hot takes. Oh man, let's look at some hot takes. All right, if you guys in the chat have or if you guys in the watching the live right now have any hot takes, let me know. Let's look at some hot takes. Don't talk about my goats like that. I'd be surprised if Barca got past Inter. They play low block better than Atleti. Sketch the goat. Yeah, Sketch had a game, bro. Sketch had a game. He was great. He was great today. The way how he saved Minimenter's penalty, I was like, wow, that shit was crazy. But let's see. Hazard is better than Neymar. Huh, stupid. Someone deserves the Ballon d'Or. Someone deserves the Ballon d'Or more than Messi. What does that mean? Pogba is the best midfielder. Wait, what is this? September 19th. Holy shit. All right, these are okay. Where can I go to find hot takes? Should I go on YouTube? Would YouTube have good hot takes? Fuck it, let's just where would I go for good hot takes? I don't know where I would go for good hot takes. Where can I go find some good hot takes? Should we check Reddit? I don't use Reddit. I don't really use Reddit, so I don't know how this thing works. Let's see how it looks like. Whatever. Let's put soccer hot. Shit, bro. Can't spell today. What is your football hot take? Let's see. Let's see if we can read some. Suarez is miles clear of Lewandowski. Suarez has been doing consistently for nearly a decade, while Lewa... Okay, that's not even a hot take. Okay. Trent Alexander-Arnold gets into the all-time Premier League 11 already. He has 44 assists in the Premier League at the age of 23. He's crossing. So this was obviously 3 years ago, but does he get into the in the top 3? And does Trent get into the 11 of all time? Obviously, the one that gets in front of him, or Kyle Walker or Gary Neville. Gary Neville multiple times Premier League winner, Champions League winner as well, and what's his name? Kyle Walker, treble winner, multiple time Premier League winner. If I were to give it to someone, I'd give it to Kyle Walker. Trent, I think for me, I think between the both of Kyle Walker and Gary Neville, I think Trent is like the most talented for sure, most talented. But when it comes to everything, the full package of everything that you need from a right back in terms of the player that they were, the player that they are, like as a footballer and everything, and what they've achieved, it's between Neville and Kyle Walker, and I'll give it to Kyle Walker because Kyle Walker in his prime was a beast. Not a single all-time Premier League player would get into an all-time La Liga 11. Casillas, Marcelo, Ramos, Puyol, Dani Alves, Zidane, Iniesta, Xavi, Cristiano Ronaldo, R9, and Messi. The only two players that come remotely close to getting in are Ashley Cole and Steven Gerrard, but still don't make it in. Okay. Casillas, and who's this one could be maybe a debate because what's his name? The Premier League have had great goalkeepers. They have had great goalkeepers, but Casillas' prime was crazy. World Cup winner as well. So that's a tough one to say. That's a tough one. Ashley Cole and Marcelo. I'd give it to Marcelo. Marcelo was a baller. Ramos and Puyol. This one, I think you can debate 100%. Puyol, Barca player, legend, great. But I think there were better ones. I think John Terry would get in front of Puyol because John Terry was a beast. Puyol was a beast too, but I think John Terry just takes it over him. So I put John Terry right here. Dani Alves, 100%. Zidane, Iniesta, Xavi. Yeah, there's no. I want to give it to any midfielder. I wouldn't give it to any midfielder from the Premier League to get into this, because obviously these two are indispensable, and Zidane is Zidane, right? And Cristiano Ronaldo, R9, and Messi. Yeah, there's just no one that gets in front of these guys. Not even remotely close. Remotely close. So he said Ashley Cole and Steven Gerrard. Like, I wouldn't even give it to Steven Gerrard. If I were to give it to someone, it wouldn't be even Steven Gerrard as a midfielder. I would give it to Lampard. But yeah. Yeah, no. Yaya Toure should replace Paul Scholes in the conversation against Lampard and Gerrard. Ooh, okay. 2013-2014, Yaya Toure was the best midfielder on the planet and probably the highest peak a midfielder has ever hit in the Premier League. He could do it all. Dribble, score, great passer, and had many clutch moments similar to both Lampard and Gerrard. Scholes is overrated by Man United fans because of some old quotes from other players. When you look at Scholes, what moments stick out to you? He hasn't had many. Yaya Toure is a lot closer to Lampard and Gerrard than Scholes is. Scholes only gets the comparisons because he is English. Ooh, that is a hot take. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch. I watched barely anything from Scholes. Like, I've seen like highlights, but not to get my full opinion. Yaya Toure I've seen a bit of. So Yaya Toure was a baller. I think when it comes to the debate of Lampard, Gerrard, and Scholes, it's like saying Xavi, Iniesta, and Modric in terms of the ages, because Xavi and Iniesta were way older. Well, not way older, but older than Modric. Modric is younger than them. Like Scholes is older than these two. He's older than these two. Like, he played a lot longer in the top compared to these two. Scholes was at Man United from a minute. He won it all with Man United. So, but I can't really put on the debate, because I think when it comes to like saying should replace Scholes, I don't think a lot of people really put Scholes in the debate. I think they're always between these two. So, I'm not gonna give my opinion on this one because I barely know shit about that. So, let's see. Like I said, having the best season in the striker. Fuck that. Luis Suarez has a very strong shot for best number 9 in the history of football. Ooh. Ability-wise, there's very few that match him, with his technique being superb, his mentality elite, and his physical attributes are severely underrated. For a good 5-year period from 2012 to 2017, he was unplayable, and he could have easily had 2 Ballon d'Ors in 2014 and 2016. He sits third in all-time assist table behind Messi and Thomas Muller with an incredible 240 assists, in addition on his 435 goals and 691 games. Gives him a goal assist ratio of 0.98 per game. He was comfortably the second best player in the MSN front three, and has proved this quality in not only multiple leagues but also about multiple different styles of teams. Liverpool counterattacking clinically at high tempo. Barcelona tiki-taka, Atletico Madrid workhorse, compact and defensively solid, direct counter attacking footballer where everyone has to help out defensively. Not only has he proved that at a club level, he has shown it internationally, winning a Copa America for Uruguay and reaching a World Cup semifinal. All in all, I think that if you compare Luis Suarez to any other striker in world football history, there's an argument he made to be made that Suarez is better. So when it comes to the best striker of all time, I think everyone and their mother says R9, right? R9. And again, different era for me. I didn't watch anything of R9 because I'm a 2000s baby, and R9 was balling out when I was a baby, so I wouldn't know shit about R9. What I do know is that he was important for 2 World Cup wins. He was incredible for them. Wait, was it 2 World Cup wins? Oh, am I bugging? Or was it 1? No, he won 2, I'm pretty sure, right? How many World Cups did? Because I know he lost 1. Yeah, he won 2, right? Yeah, he won 2. I'm not bugging. He won in 2002 and 94. Because they lost 1 in 98, right, to France. But that's crazy. He could have won 3. But yeah, I know he was pivotal, especially for the 2002 one. He was pivotal for them. And the highlights that I've seen of R9, he was a baller. Suarez for me is 100% the second best of all time, for sure the second best. If we're putting R9 in that conversation, if it wasn't for him, I put him at number 1. But yeah, this is a very solid argument. Put us some stats and pretty much showed why he was incredible. But yeah, that I think a lot of people would say R9 over him. Didier Drogba is massively overrated. He is only remembered as being so good because of his ability to score in big games. He only scored more than 20 goals in a Premier League season. On one occasion, played for a dominant Chelsea side. He barely scrapes in the top 10 Premier League strikers. Okay, in the Premier League strikers. Okay. Me and my friends did a Premier League strikers video, but I just never posted it because I thought the audio was bad and not great quality. It was the top 10 strikers of all time. And not all time, but top 10 strikers of our generation from 2000 onwards. And I know for a fact he did not land in that top 10. Because we did recognize him for being, like this guy said, score in big games for sure. And I think that is true. He is a guy who shows up for these big games. But as an all-in-all striker with a good ratio of scoring a bunch of goals throughout a whole season, I don't think that's him. You wouldn't compare it to Haaland. Haaland's a better striker than him because of the amount of goals he offers you, right? But this is the one thing that you need. He's clutch. But that is a good argument. I would agree with that. Let's say this one is good. Okay. Jurgen Klopp is a better manager than Pep Guardiola. You took it there. Yes, Pep may have more trophies in his career. Oh, more trophies. That don't matter. Let's say he's a nice guy or something. Okay. But he has all the resources and everything handed to him. Oh my God. I want to punch a baby, bro. Okay. The greatest Barcelona team ever. Bayern Munich, who had basically monopolized the Bundesliga, and Manchester City, where he basically had unlimited money. Jurgen Klopp makes and transforms mediocre teams with minimum financial backing. He finds good players and makes them superstars. Royce, Lewandowski, Gundogan, Hummels, Mane, Matip, Robertson, Salah. Name me one player who Guardiola has transformed that wasn't already on his way or already a superstar. Jurgen is clear. See, this is where you lose the argument right here, buddy. That wasn't already on his way. This is where you lose the argument. Because what the fuck does that mean? You can use this argument for any of these players you put up right here. Any of these players you could have put up already on their way. I'll tell you who he transformed. Sergio Busquets, brought up from La Masia. We know what he did with him. Iniesta and Xavi. They were great players at the time, but he made them even better. Messi. He was great. We saw the potential in him, but he made him even more better. The whole team of Barcelona. He made that team. He was gifted the Barcelona. He was gifted the greatest team. No, he wasn't gifted it. Yes, he was. You could say a lot of those players came from La Masia. That just shows the Masia's greatness. But he built the team. He made the team. He came up with the tactics. He told those guys what you had to do, how you had to play, and that's how they became the greatest team. So for you to say, oh, because Rijkaard had a lot of the similar players, and guess what he did? He won one Champions League. Cool. But that was after that was before we had Thierry on he had Thierry on, but that was before a lot of other players. But he had a similar team, and he didn't accomplish what Pep accomplished. One Champions League, okay, cool, nice. Pep won two, almost did a three-peat. But when it comes to the argument about Barcelona, I don't want to hear that because Barcelona, he built a team I don't want to talk about that shit. He built that team. He made the team play how they played, and he gave everyone the role to be the best out of the best versions of themselves. Bayern, okay, I could give you that. He had a great Bayern side, and Bayern already, when it comes to the Bundesliga, they always win it. In Manchester City, he had unlimited money. Okay, let's not act like Jurgen Klopp didn't spend money. He also spent money, and when you say transform from a mediocre team with minimal financial fan backing, again, Jurgen did have money. He did spend money. He obviously he turned Liverpool, who were at that moment a pretty mediocre team, into a great team, yes, who competed. And who did he lose to consistently? To Pep. And Pep, at that time, yes, he spent money, but he was also dealing with a mediocre team at that point. Let's be honest, he was dealing with a mediocre team who he had to improve, and he did, and he won multiple Prem titles. Because when we look at the amount of money that Pep has spent with City, okay, it's a lot of money. But we also got to look at the players that he spent the money on. Ruben Diaz, Ederson, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan. A lot of these players. Right here he said he made them superstars like Gundogan. Okay, Gundogan, Pep bought Gundogan when he basically had a major injury where a lot of teams and a lot of managers would be like, okay, yeah, there's no point of spending the money on him. But Pep saw his greatness and Pep trusted that knew his potential and he brought him in. He still spent the money. So it's called being a genius, all right? It's called being a genius in how you spend your money correctly because let's not take it for granted. A lot of teams have spent money and a lot of teams have failed after spending the money. The team behind me, you see that flag right there? That team is one of them. We spent millions upon millions, hundreds of millions. And what has that done us? Look at the situation right now, financial situation. It has fucked us. So the use of the money argument and blah blah blah. He already had players the manager is the one that builds the foundation for the team, that builds the standards for the team to be able to improve and get better and win it all. And that's what Pep Guardiola did. And then boom, you started Pep may have more trophies. You already lost at that point because Jurgen Klopp was going up against Pep Guardiola all those times. Pep Guardiola, they made each other better. And Jurgen Klopp just fell flat in occasions where if they won, if they tied, if they get the points, they could have beaten City to the league. But City, when Pep Guardiola was under pressure against Jurgen Klopp, Pep did it with the City side. Centurions, what was it? I think Liverpool had 97 points or 98 points. So that's the first team ever in the Premier League to reach 100 points. Was the Centurions team. Why? Because Jurgen Klopp pushed Pep Guardiola and Pep Guardiola achieved it. The first team ever. Because they pushed each other. And they were only 3 points behind them. That's crazy. So, I don't agree with that. Zidane as a coach is not better than Simeone, Klopp, or Tuchel only because he has got 3 Champions Leagues in Real Madrid back. Legend player, but massively overrated as a coach. Again, you can use that argument for Zidane that. Zidane definitely inherited a very good team, and I think he's better as a manager than he ever will be as a manager who will build that kind of team, build the foundations of a team and bring them, become better throughout years. I think he's a manager that definitely needs it now, like needs the players now. That needs the players to be on it from the moment he gets there, for him to be able to achieve things. Because they lost to Chelsea in 2021, and that Chelsea side wasn't the greatest. So, yeah, I would never put him up in front of these managers right here, but because he won the 3-peat, so it's hard to argue against other ones. Luka Modric is better than Xavi. Okay. Not only can Luka Modric dictate the tempo of a football match like Xavi in a similar way to Xavi, he can also take the game in by the scuff of the neck and produce game-winning moments of magic by himself. Xavi is great and was perfect in the Barcelona system, but Luka Modric is honestly unplayable at times. He can do everything. Just look at his game against PSG at the age of 36. Xavi is playing a guitar at that age. Okay. He carried Croatia to World Cup final, won 4 Champions Leagues, and oh yeah, he won a Ballon d'Oro. Okay, first of all, that Ballon d'Oro he did not deserve. Anyone who says that he deserved that Ballon d'Oro is delusional. Boom. Oh, he took Croatia to World Cup final. Guess what? Xavi took his team to a World Cup final and won it. He was incredible in that World Cup as well. He won 4 Champions League. Xavi also won 4, if I'm not mistaken. 2006. Or he won 3. One of those. I know for a fact 2015. Oh, not. Yeah, he has 4. He has 4. At this point, Modric. So this was 3 years ago. Obviously, Modric now has what, 5? Yeah, he has 5 or 6. One of those. Xavi is great and was perfect in the Barcelona system, but Luka Modric is honestly unplayable at times. He can do everything, and okay, Xavi in the 2020 was it the 2008 one? Yeah, 2008 Euros. Go watch that back. He was incredible. I watched those games back, and wow, Xavi was the best. That is being unplayable. Xavi was unplayable against Italy. Unplayable. That is being called unplayable. Xavi was unplayable. So yep, no, I don't agree with this in the slightest. Like just go back and watch Xavi highlights. Go watch games back. Go to this website right here. Go search up this website. It will change your life. That's all I'm going to tell you. Go search up that website. It will change your life. Footballia. You can literally watch back any game ever. But yeah, I don't agree with that. Let's do 2 more and let's move to a little bit of anime hot takes. Because I want to talk a little bit about anime with you guys. Wayne Rooney is the greatest striker in world football post-90s. Yeah, fuck that one. Wesley Schneider is one of the most underrated football in the last decade and deserved a Ballon d'Or in 2010. He won the Champions League with the Inter, having 9 goal contribution and 2 in 11 games. He nearly got an average. I don't care about that one either. Let's go for this one right here. England is very far from the success of Spain, Germany, and Italy, both in the clubs and internationally. All the countries I mentioned are better than England in terms of players, clubs, and international. I don't know about clubs. Probably because when you look at the Champions League records, okay, like Liverpool are the one with the most, but I don't know. That's a weird hot take, to be honest. Van Dijk in 2019 is the best defender of all times in terms of stopping players. Okay. De Gea is the best shot stopper in the world this season. Okay, that was 3 years ago. I'm sorry for Thomas Muller that will never be appreciated for his talent. Thomas Muller is a baller, though. I can admit he is a baller. Bundesliga is not a farmers league. Bayern has more money to buy. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see this one. I have another one. Pep Guardiola is on the best coaches of all time, but he's not a good manager. He begun in the best team of Barcelona of all time. After this, he wanted to buy. Okay, no, that's just another stupid Barcelona. All right. Let's search up anime hot takes. So, that was all the football talk for today. So, if you're someone who, just was here for the football talk, I appreciate you. But we're gonna talk a little bit about anime. That's why I put anime in the title of this stream, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm a person that likes anime. I'm not gonna say that I don't like calling it anime nerd, just because it's kind of offensive. Because I can say I don't know. I'm not an anime nerd where I know every single anime. I've watched multiple animes where I know everything about anime. No. I'm not like that. I watched a couple of animes, and I can say from the shows that I did watch, I loved them, and I would love to talk about them. So if there's hot takes about those certain shows that I've watched, I'll gladly talk about them. The shows that I've watched are Naruto, obviously part 1, Naruto Shippuden, One Piece. I'm caught up in One Piece, in the anime at least. Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, Dragon Ball Super. I love Dragon Ball. That was the first anime I ever watched. Which one? Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach. I'm almost done. I have like 10 episodes left on Bleach. What's it called? What else? Attack on Titan, obviously. Black Clover, Chainsaw Man, the first season. I gotta rewatch that one because I don't remember much about that one. Whatever. Have you watched any other ones? I don't remember from the top of my head. Like I said, I haven't watched many. Those are like I've watched very little animes, but from the ones I did watch, I'll gladly talk about them. Like I love talking about them. So, we're gonna search up anime hot takes because I've been watching some YouTube videos about them and it's pretty funny. So, let's see if what people got to say. All right, drop the worst anime hot takes. My anime hot takes. All right, let's see this. All right. When you say Demon Slayer clears Black Clover, do you mean in writing quality or strength? Writing quality is subjective, so there's nothing I can debate you on there, but Black Clover is tangibly significantly stronger than Demon Slayer, so that is what you meant. You're just plainly incorrect. Okay, so these two shows I've watched, so I can talk about them. Writing. So when it comes to writing, out of all the animes that I've watched, there's only 2 that I've actually read the manga from and finished the show or finished the series with the manga, which were Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. Those are the only ones I've actually gone and watched the manga to actually like know what happened, because the other ones like I still gotta read. Like I have to catch up on Hunter x Hunter because I really want to know what happens with that, because I don't know when's the next time we'll ever see the anime again. But the only 2 ones that I've seen the manga of are Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. So I can talk a little bit about the writing for Demon Slayer, not Black Clover though. I loved Black Clover. Like I saw people like say like criticize, but Black Clover for me was an amazing show. My cousin's actually the one that put me on. He's the one told me, you watch it, it's a great show. And I'm like, all right, fucking let me watch it. And it was a great show for sure. But when it comes to writing, I can tell you this. Demon Slayer's writing is very emotional. Like it gets to you. Like the writer, like I think the writer is a female and she knows how to get to your feelings. Like she knows how to hit you. She knows how to hit you right here. So she knows how to make you like, like be attached to the characters, be attached to the situation, especially since Demon Slayer is a show, sorry if I'm spoiling, but it's a show where death happens consistently. So the mangaka, the person who wrote the manga she's very good at that. So I can say writing, okay. Now when it comes to the strength, when it comes to which one is stronger, when it comes to the strength wise, I get it. If you didn't watch any of these animes, I'm sorry for the spoilers and I'm sorry for any of that, but I'm gonna try to keep it as non spoilerish as I can. But demons, what's it called? Black Clover are obviously magicians. They're not magicians, but they all use magic, and their magic is pretty OP considering how much power you have. I forget what they called it, aura, more something like that. But depending on how much you have of that, that's how strong you get. So, oh man, but because Demon Slayer, I feel like you just see the physical aspect of how they fight a lot more than you saw it on Black Clover, because in Demon Slayer they just went boom straight because they fight with swords, so they go boom straight at each other's faces. And I think when it comes to the animes, Demon Slayer is a lot more like risks in terms of fighting than Black Clover. Like in Demon Slayer, if you don't hit your shots, like if you don't fight the correct way, you're dead. you're dead. Especially the demons that they were fighting, especially the upper rank demons they were fighting, all the demons in general. If you didn't fight with your heart out, if you didn't fight to kill, you were dead. You were dead. So, um, when it comes to that aspect of which one you have like more risk of losing your life, it was Demon Slayer, because in Black Clover, it's a little bit. They've got into situations. They've got into situations where you could have lost your life, but Demon Slayer is a lot more risk taking than Black Clover. Now, when it comes to strength in general, like, I would give it to Black Clover because they have a lot more powers. Different powers. Everyone has their own power, unique powers. Where in Demon Slayer they do, but it's more like powers of swords. It's not like in Black Clover where they can make a lot more shit happen and a lot more powerful like stuff appear, a lot more powerful power ups and stuff. So yeah, I would agree and say the strength wise, I edge it to Black Clover, but writing wise, 100%. What's it called? Demon Slayer. Okay, Gon being better written than Ichigo ain't a hot take. Kubo took the only compelling factor of Ichigo, his mom's death, and used it up during the first episodes when he beat Grand Fisher. Since then, it is just Ichigo staying still and letting plot happen to him. His motivations, protecting friends or random power-ups, rarely evolved past surface level shonen troops. He hates to bleach though. No hate to bleach though. I like it. Yeah, Gon is just a lot. Gon obviously from Hunter x Hunter, and Ichigo from Bleach. Yeah, Bleach, like Ichigo is a character that you fuck with because of he's just like so nonchalant when it comes to a lot of things. Like he's just like, okay, I'll get strong, I'll fight, whatever. And Gon is just like, oh, I want to get strong, I want to fight because he has an objective. Because when it comes to like the objectives, Ichigo's objective, like the thing says, is to protect his friends, protect his family. Well, Gon's objective is to fucking find his dad and get strong during that process of finding his dad. And he does that until the end of the anime, what we get to now. Obviously, there's a lot more to go, which I don't know what we expect to happen, just because I didn't read it. But I'm sure there's a lot more shit to happen. That's gonna be fire. But when it comes to the character, Gon is a better character than Ichigo. Like he's someone you can fuck with more because Ichigo again is so nonchalant that you fuck with him being so nonchalant. But you would want a little bit more charisma. A lot more things to fuck with him with. But Gon is I would say Gon is for sure a better character. Gon take, I think most would agree with, not that hot. Also, no technical opinions can be wrong. That being said, first take is wrong. Just straight. Okay, I don't know what that is. My favorite anime is Black Clover, so I'm just going to say you're wrong, even though. Okay, never mind. I guess these are replies. Okay, never mind. These are all replies then. Alright. Let's see. Let's see what other animes. Hot takes. You want hot takes? A. Fine then. Anime is essentially cartoon. Duh. Being a weeb isn't an honor. It just means you are a fucking degenerate and a loser. Okay. All these waifu talks are cringe. Yeah, I agree with that. Weebs are only too degenerate and may potentially be a threat to society. Okay. These are facts. What's the hot take? No. Okay, whatever. I agree with the first. Okay. I feel that Dragon Ball went down after the Cell Saga. Before that, I really enjoyed Dragon Ball, but after the Cell Saga, I feel that they started to put focus on Goku and Goku only with a little bit of Vegeta, and I was really looking forward to seeing Gohan developing, but he got sidelined. And even though the Buu Saga, but still overall, I said Dragon Ball is a solid 7 out of 10 for me, even though I don't like it as much. Can't deny the huge impact it had on pop culture as a whole. Again, I'm gonna be one of those guys that will defend Dragon Ball forever, because Dragon Ball was the first anime that I watched without even knowing it was an anime. Like, I watched it when I was a kid, when they put it on Teen Nick, and I would watch it because it was a cool ass show of motherfuckers fighting and just getting strong and fighting, right? But so when it comes to anime, when it comes to Dragon Ball, I find anything that comes from here to now as fire as hell. So like I fucked with Dragon Ball Super heavily. A lot of people hated it, but I fucked with it. I liked it a lot. But a lot of people disliked it. Now when it comes to they focus a lot on Goku, I would agree with that. Like it was a matter of Goku always getting stronger, and then Vegeta second upping him, like second, like being the second to catch up. It was never Vegeta gets in front of Goku first. I think the only time Vegeta got in front of Goku was when he trained in the hyperbolic time chamber, and before Goku, during the Cell Saga, when he came out with Trunks, and I think that was the only time he really got in front of him in terms of power. I don't know. Definitely not during the Boo, because Goku held back and he was a Super Saiyan 3 at that time. But I think that was the only time he really got in front of Goku when it came to power, when they were both training to get stronger. But Goku was always being ahead of him, and then Vegeta would just catch up. Gohan was 100% sidelined. He was 100% sidelined. Like from being a kid, developing and growing up, and getting to Super Saiyan 2 before his own father, who was the best, strongest in the universe, and then from there going on do nothing. Basically became like a little skinny ass dweeb who just obviously just became a regular citizen. Yeah, you expected a lot more. Again, during the Buu saga, he was strong as fuck, like Ultimate Gohan, fire. But you would have like right now we're seeing like I heard like what was the movie called? Dragon Ball. That cartoon movie they made a while ago, when he had that purple hair. Obviously now they're showing more of his potential, but he did get sidelined for a while. But at the same time, what you can't really blame him. You can't really blame, because Goku was dead, and they beat Cell, and they didn't have another enemy until Buu years later. So, yeah. So that was a weird one when it comes to that. Trying to find what are y'all's anime hand takes. Let's see what you got to say. The Fate series isn't complicated. Okay, I don't know what that is. If you feel like you need to skip filler, you're most likely better off not watching the anime. I never really saw filler as a bad thing. Yes, it can be annoying. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm iffy on that. I don't watch every single filler. I watch some fillers, but I'm not someone that loves fillers. Others speak of fees. I don't know what that is. Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop. Okay, I don't know what that is. Let's be more specific then. Let's be more specific. Let's put Naruto hot takes. Because Naruto for sure is something I've put a space in there. Let's be a little bit more specific. What is the dumbest hot take you've ever seen in Naruto? Part 1 isn't canon. What? I had a friend once told me that Kakashi could have easily defeated Orochimaru in the Chunin exams arc when he visited him while trying to remove Sasuke's curse mark. This guy said even Kakashi was scared of Orochimaru confronting him. Now Orochimaru during part 1 was fucking OP. Like no, fuck I fucking hated Orochimaru so much, bro. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Let's do this. Who in the show? There's in the show. When it comes to the enemies, there's always let's search. I'm gonna see if there's any Attack on Titan hot takes, because that's one show like I don't really see many hot takes being said about. Let's see. Sasha was wasted potential. She could have been 10 times better. No. What? The only good thing she had was her sniping abilities. Like, come on, bro. Like, Sasha was cool. She was cool, but nah. I don't know about wasted potential, because she was basically a sideline character, like Connie. Like those two were like side characters. They weren't as important as John or Mikasa or Armin. So, no. After destroying the outside world, Eren should have found out Ymir did not intend to stop until Paradis was dead too. Eren would then have begged Armin to help save every last human on Earth being eradicated. To me, it makes sense that Ymir would associate life with misery and therefore think the total eradication meant salvation. Wait, what? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. Armin should have died getting air fired by Bertold. Levi should have died getting C4'd in front of his face. This one I agree with. This one I agree with. Because, like, okay. Because, like, how? Like, just how? Hold on. Because, I'm sorry, but how? Hold on. That one I agree with, because, hold on. Oh shit, my bad, guys. Let's see, Colossal Titan. Whatever. Because look at this shit. Look, let me see if I can find a picture of the actual. What was it? Ganshina. Trying to find that one picture where they like showed his like whole like. All right, let's just use this one for here. What the fuck? Like look how big he was. Look how big he is. Look how tall. This is 50 meters high. 50 meters high. Armin was face to face with him, getting burnt alive, and he fell all the way down to the floor, and oh no, Armin. Let's put that body whatever. And he got burned to a crisp. And he fell 50 meters from the air. And you're telling me he survived that? He survived that? Yeah, I 100% agree with that hot take. I don't even think it's a hot take. It's pretty weird that he even survived that. And then what was the other one that Levi what was it? Let's put it Z explosion. And then this one right here, like they're literally face to face with each other, and then boom, a bomb goes off, and he loses a hand, and he just loses his fingers and something else. I think his eye or some shit. Like he gets hurt, but the fact that he didn't die was also crazy. Yeah, that I agree with both these hot takes. Levi should have died. They both should have died. Like that's called plot armor, guys. Levi should have died because of the Thunder Spear. It would have made the rumbling situation even more hopeless and interesting. Okay. The couple of Annie and Armin is the most disgusting one in the series behind Eren and Mikasa. I agree with that one. John should have been named commander instead of Armin. He was having some interesting dilemmas and showed that he had a spine when he chose the Alliance side. Okay, if the in-paths conversation between Eren and Armin didn't exist, the ending would have been 70% less terrible. Eren and Historia is a good couple at the end in both characters, but still would have lacked development. Okay, Levi should have died. Of the Thunder Spirit would have made the rumbling situation even more hopeless and interesting. I don't know what that means. Like hopeless and interesting. Like Levi was like cooked for like most of that. After the rumbling happened, like he was getting cooked because he was, I mean that was he was already hurt as fuck. Like he really just became a main like contributor when they got to the final fights, and he was going crazy somehow with 2 fingers and shit like that. But I don't think it would have really made much of a difference. The couple of Annie and Armin is the most disgusting. Yeah, that shit was pissing me off. Like the fact that Armin like that fucking bitch Annie, fuck Annie. The fact that he liked her after everything she did, like, fuck out of here, bro. John should have been named commander instead of Armin. He was having some interesting dilemmas and showed that he had a spine when he chose the Alliance side. I think Armin ultimately got chosen in front of John just because Armin was smarter and Urban was a genius as well. So, In the past, conversation between Aaron and Armin didn't exist. Oh, if the past didn't exist, the ending would have been 70% less terrible. Okay, Aaron, his story is a better couple. I don't really care about that. Legit, how to see how Annie and Armin are cute couple. Yeah, fuck that. No one in the cast is a good person. No one is an angel or savior, or as some people often try to portray them. I think it is not necessary to mention why Aaron and Armin deserve the eternity together in hell, and they're not the only ones. Oh my god! But they said sorry. Just know I love Aaron, but it's kind of annoying that everyone wants to make him look like a saint just because, oh, he just wanted to save his friends. He's just a 228-month-old baby, slave of freedom. Oh my god, you didn't understand the story. Again, if you didn't watch Attack on Titan, I'll give you 5 seconds to leave right now so I don't spoil anything. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, if you stay till now, you're gonna enjoy spoilers, or if you watched it, then it's not much of a spoiler for you. But obviously, it's about perspective, guys. It's always about perspective, right? It's about perspective. Aaron's main goal throughout the whole show was to destroy all the Titans and save his friends from ever getting eaten and killed. Because ever since he joined the Scouts and was going out and fighting, he saw all of his friends, a lot of his friends die. So he wanted all of a parody and his close friends to stay alive, especially during the rumbling and all of that. And what he did, again, were atrocities. He committed atrocities. He killed a lot of people, but he was doing it for his friends. Because if he didn't do what he did, then the people that he did it to would have destroyed him and his friends. They would have killed them. So it's about perspective, right? So, but again, no one's a saint in this. Like the show made it very clear. Like both sides are devils. They're both devils. Like you know how they kept describing Aaron and his friends as devils. Like the what's it called, the Eldians as devils. So are the other people, the Marleyans. They were devils as well because of the things they were doing. Both sides are devils. Each side are devils to each other because since they hate each other so much, they commit atrocities to each other. They do bad shit to each other. So they're always going to be looked in each other's eyes as devils. So it's all about perspective. But the amount of things that Armin and Aaron have done, even they themselves would say they're not angels. So, yeah, none of them are angels. None of them are good people. To this day, I still at least believe that Historia and Aaron had a thing going on. I doubt that because Aaron started crying for Mikasa, so I doubt it. Romance didn't ruin Attack on Titan. It wasn't done right. Romance adds to a story. If a story lacks romance, I don't care about that. Levi should have been killed in the Thunder Spear final battle. Still believe Isayama had planned to kill him off, but Eder just stepped in. Okay. Connie and Sasha is a better ship than Sasha and Nicolo. Dude came off and is obsessive and annoying. I think they just showed that they were like just close friends, to be honest. Still, oh my fucking goodness. Still don't like Gabby. This fucking bitch. Oh my god, guys. This is what I wanted to say earlier. If there are people in anime, there's always this one character, like the villains and stuff that you just want dead, bro. You just want them to like fuck off, get off the show, never come back and show your face. Gabby was one of them, bro. Gabby, bro. I hated her, bro. I hated her. I despise this. Oh my god, bro. Look at a cute, innocent girl. Oh, she's so nice. Oh, she looks so innocent. She is a fucking demon, bro. Demon, bro. The way that, again, like I said, it's all about perspective. Like, she is the girl version of Eren when it comes to seeing how things unfolded, right? Like, Eren saw his whole city and everything get destroyed by her, by the Marleyans and where she was living, and she saw the same thing by Eren, and they became bitches. But since you started watching the show in the perspective of Eren and the people in Paradis, since you start seeing it from their perspective, you fuck with them a lot more than you would with her people, right? So since you're more on Eren's side and his people's side, you're gonna be like, he's totally right in what he's doing, attacking Marley and doing what he did. And then she was obviously pissed, but you always gotta look at it a little bit from her perspective. my guy, you killed my people too. So, but at the end, like she was pissing me off because I'm like, it's because you don't know the full story. You don't know why. You don't know why. Because she just saw Aaron and them as devils, even though they have the same blood. She saw them as devils, but without knowing what they were suffering through the whole time. But she was pissing me off. Like when she got saved, to have dinner with, like, when this little girl found them in the woods, and she was like, "Are you guys lost or whatever?" Like right here with when they were like in the woods, and she was like, "Are you guys lost?" Like right here, like she went batshit crazy on her. Like that pissed me off. I'm like, "Are you guys?" And then, oh god, and the little girl was like, "Are you guys lost? Like, did you guys lose your way? Come over to my house. I'll give you dinner and stuff." And then the mom gives them dinner, and since she thinks that her people are devils, she's like freaking out. And the mom, like, since the mom saw her so tense, the mom touches her like, "Are you okay?" And she goes like, "Get the fuck off me!" I'm like, "What, you fucking bitch, bro?" And obviously she shoots Aaron. She almost kills Aaron. She obviously kills Sasha. Um, she just pissed me off, bro. She is just that one character. I just fuck off. Armin and Mikasa and Falco should have been the only ones to survive the Battle of Heaven and Earth. Maybe Reiner. I hated Mappa's animation. Yeah, the change was a bit, yeah, but I wouldn't say it was the worst. I think it made them look uglier, to be honest. In my eyes, Annie was in no way redeemable. Fuck no, bro. Fuck that bitch Annie, bro. Fuck Annie, fuck Reiner, fuck Bertolt, fuck Gabby. Falco's a G. But all those motherfuckers, fuck them, bro. When I found out about Reiner and Bertolt, one of them out. Gabby pissed me off. Annie, another bitch. Like what she did, hell no. There's nothing redeemable what she did. That's why the fact that Armin started. I mean, I know why Armin started liking her because of fucking Bertold. But the fact that Armin started liking her, I'm like, man, the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck that relationship. Bertold was my favorite warrior. Between Annie, between all the warriors. I like Peak. Peak, I fuck with Peak. She was fire, but Berto was a quiet motherfucker. So I don't know. I liked Peak, to be honest. Armin was insufferable in season 4. Yeah, he was a little B-ish. John and Connie should have been Jaegerists. It would have made more sense for them given what Marley has put them through. John was always a guy that just didn't like the killings, and Connie, he could have, but at the same time, John made him realize, like, my guy, like, we have to end this. Like, we have to end the killings. We have to end all this suffering, right? I absolutely hated the cheap emotional rug pull of having John and Connie accept that they were going to die when the mist came in just for a cheap gotcha moment. Well, that's anime for you, buddy. The entire series was not ruined just because the ending was bad. When this conversation of the ending was bad is just, for me, just overused, because I'm just like, how else did you expect the anime to end? How else did you expect it to end? Like, Eren did what he did. He took out almost the whole world. Like, how did you expect it to end? And at that point, his head was already chopped off. Like, he was going to die either way. He's already dead. Like, he was only alive because of Ymir. But I don't understand how else do you, like, I thought it was like a good ending just because, like, that's really the only way they can end it. Take away the Titan powers, bring peace, whatever the fuck. But I really don't understand how. And the ending was pretty fire too, like showing like the end credits. Like if you didn't watch the end credits, then you missed out on something. But when they were showing like parody, the infrastructures, how they, years and years pass, and then boom, at the end it shows them getting blown up. It just shows human nature, right? Season 4 is a cool quality. Alright, I'm done with this one. Let's go back to Naruto once, because I didn't finish. Oh man, Naruto hot takes. Actually, let's go to this photo. This photo's cool. Just realized. Okay. I sincerely friggin' love the scene when Tsunade started laughing like Hashirama with Hashirama in the corner regretted gambling. That was funny. Rewatching it over 13 years and shot of clones to make the Rasengan. To be honest, I don't even know the show clones are. I actually like the war arc and the Naruto versus Sasuke final fight made up for the ending of the war for me. I like the war arc and that final fight was amazing. Agreed, if you skip nearly all the filler, the arc is paced much better. Yeah. Okay, these aren't really hot takes. Alright. Neji could have died in part 1 and it would have been more impactful than if he actually died in this when he actually died in the series. I think for him to stay alive was fine, because it's not like he was a major part of the part 2 of Shippuden. And if it came down to one character dying during the war arc, Neji, was that character just because sacrificing to help Naruto and obviously his cousin. Yeah, I see no problem with that one. So nah, I don't care about any of the Konoha 11 except for Team 7 and Neji. I'm glad they didn't have even more screen time, and I found Lee annoying. Okay. Yeah, most of the Konoha 11 don't care about. Again, obviously Team 7, Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto. But I fucked with Lee. Fuck off what you're saying. I find Lee annoying. Man. Who do you guys think he is, bro? You found Lee annoying. Why? Because he just was a workhorse? Because he's a workhorse, my guy? Man. Man, let's watch this shit, bro.
I don't know what kind of moves that guy with the dumb haircut has got, but he'll never take Gaara down.
Wrong.
What?
Lee's stronger than you think. You have no idea.
Stay on your toes, Lee. Begin.
Ah! Leap Hurricane!
He's a
I don't get it.
Oh, this is one of the coldest fights out there, bro.
Lee has no ninjutsu or genjutsu skills at all.
You're kidding.
Oh, that's nothing. You
Honestly, I just want to skip to the
how
part where he
hopeless
tells
he
me,
was when I first
yo,
met him.
take your
No
fucking
talent
weights off.
whatsoever.
The eye makeup is
No, here!
Doesn't need to.
Lee!
No, skip for no reason.
It's over.
All right, Lee. Take him off.
Ah, that is better. Now I will be able to move freely.
Come on, you really think you'll be able to get through Gaara's defenses just by dropping a couple of pounds of weight?
A couple of pounds of weight? Shut up.
Now he doesn't need those other things to win. Because he's transformed himself into the world's greatest taijutsu specialist.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up, Lee. Fuck him up.
Over here! No, here!
Over here. rough fight. Don't ever disrespect Lee. Obito should have died. Should have stayed dead, and Toby should have been real Madara. What? No. And Obito should have stayed dead, and Toby, but that's stupid. They needed his Sharingan to make everything work. My guy should have died when he fought Madara. Since the Chunin exams, like the 8 exams, the 8 gates is the single most hyped top level technique that causes death, but temporarily powers up above that of a Hokage. The price should have been his life, and it would have been a badass death. But at that point, like, showing how Naruto can revive a guy is just, fire. So, yeah, no. 90% of Sasuke's actions are justified. Majority of criticism against him screams illiteracy or hypocrisy. Shikamaru's plan against Hidan and Kakuzu wasn't that great. He would have gotten both of his teammates killed if Kakashi didn't follow him. More people would have followed the Madara plan if this existed in real life. Maybe. 90% of Sasuke's actions are justified. Majority of criticism against him screams illiteracy or fuck, whatever. Yeah, I don't know about 90%. I say a good amount maybe is justified, but a lot of it has to do with him. Like part 1 decisions, I guess, because he was just getting stronger to, kill his brother. And part 2, again, kill his brother. He was a dickhead trying to kill Naruto, though. But then after everything about his brother, like him trying to destroy Konoha, yeah, it was annoying. But at the end, when you look at the perspective, it's all about perspective. So it makes sense. But yeah, I definitely want to do this, but in a more, what's it called? Like gather up a lot more hot takes, and definitely talk a lot about that more. But I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm tired as shite. It's almost 1 o'clock, to be honest, so I'm tired. But I appreciate every single one of you that have been watching with me, talking with me, chatting with me. I will be back on Tuesday to stream for the games. Barcelona versus Benfica and PSG versus Liverpool, so make sure to tune in for that. Appreciate all you lovely people who watched up and stayed up with me to just chat and talk, and yeah, appreciate all of you. I love you all. Make sure to follow, give me some follows so you can stay in tune of when I go live for the games and everything. Much love to you all. I will see you guys soon.